You were telling me a story, Jai, about... Sorry, I got to ask him a question.
It's okay.
Right before we left the bar, I had to go. But you were telling me a story about how you got onto the bus with a pro hockey team once.
Yeah.
And you didn't play pro hockey.
No. I'll try to keep it short. I mean, I'll give you just a quick background. My neighborhood was the Halifax Forum. That's where I grew up.
Yeah.
So, you know, back then in the 70s, we had the Montreal Canadiens farm team, the Voyageurs.
Yeah.
You know, that organization won 7 championships in 10 years, 4 Stanley Cups and 3 Calder Cups. The Nova Scotia Voyageurs won 3 Calder Cups. So anyway, to make a long story short, they one of their players was traded to Detroit, and he needed his car, was still in Halifax. So the president of the Voyageurs, Mike Kelly, I grew up with his sons, so we drove Paul Woods, his car, Monte Carlo from Halifax, to deliver it to Toronto, because Detroit was playing Hockey Night in Canada in Toronto, which, you know, Detroit and Toronto were just...
You drove it to
Toronto. We drove the car to Toronto.
Did they give you money to do that?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, fuck yeah, it was all cool, you know. They paid for everything, the Detroit Red Wings. So we got to the hotel.
So sad.
We got to the hotel, and of course, Rick Bowness was a rookie with Detroit that year.
No.
And Rick Bowness was a rookie.
I think this is how we started the conversation,
So
because Rick
he-
Bowness' name got brought up.
I swear to God, when the pros would come home, we were the guys. Rick Bowness skated with us all summer, once or twice a week at SMU, pick up hockey. So anyway, to make a long story short, we drove the car. We got to the Harbor Castle Hilton. We met the guy for Detroit, right? So anyway, Saturday we have the game meal. We're like part of the Detroit Red Wings.
Wait, when you say game meal, you're eating with the Detroit Red Wings?
Yeah, but it was like a buffet, so guys were napping, so you could come down. When we went down, there was only a couple guys, so they weren't all together at the same meal.
Yeah.
Because they have their naps in the afternoon. So anyway, okay, game time. The bus is leaving the hotel to go to Maple Leaf Gardens for Hockey Night in Canada.
It's the big leagues.
So all the Detroit Red Wings get on the bus. So this Al Coates guy, who was like our liaison, right? We get on the bus. My 2 buddies, the son and another fellow who was a bartender for years, great friend, Cadillac, Kenny Lieberman.
His nickname's Cadillac?
Yeah, he had a couple nicknames. He had Weed and Cadillac.
Wow.
But anyway, a lot of the old guys, if they're watching this, they'll know who I'm talking about. Anyway, they jumped in seats up front. So I'm walking down the bus, and there's hardly any seats, and Rick Bowness is sitting by himself. And he knew me from the summer, and being a Halifax kid and being around. He said, Jai. So I sat with Rick, and we drove from the hotel to Maple Leaf Gardens, and he said, Jai, it's a little faster than summer hockey. And anyway, the cool thing was, years later, we're at the Thirsty Duck, and I used to have students that work with me in the summer at
Where's
SMU.
the Thirsty Duck? Is that the Split Crow? Is that what that is?
No, I'm sorry. It wasn't. It was the Thirsty Duck used to be where Duggars used to be.
Yeah, I know.
It's called
Where the chicken burger used to be.
whatever it's called now. Yeah, but I think it was. I'm sorry. I think it was the Mustache.
Oh, so that's down further.
So I had these young students, so I'd take them drinking, you know, because they were college kids. And Rick Bowness
He works
I work at SMU.
Yeah.
So anyway, one night Rick Bowness was there, and my buddy says, he was coaching Boston at the time, Rick Bowness. So my buddy says, there's Rick Bowness. And I said, yeah, you know, I know him. And I kind of told him the story about the spending the weekend with the Red Wings.
Yeah.
And he's going, Jai, yeah, fuck, you don't know him. You're full of shit. So we went, I said, well, fucking come on, we're going over. I went over, and I said, Rick, how you doing? It's Jai. And he, you know, I hadn't seen him in 20 years.
Yeah.
Started telling the story about Detroit. He said, Jai. And he stopped me, and he told the story and finished the story.
No.
So it's kind of cool.
That's
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, and that's a true story.
That's
yeah.
a great story.